So,
Yes.
Adeline, what are the rules of thumb in making an offer that is more likely to get accepted?
Well, it's nice that you talk about that because that's exactly our topic for today. We are going to talk about that. We're going to give you an opportunity to know exactly what are the little things, little tweaks that are there, so you can tell your agent or you can tell us. Okay, the first one I think that we need to talk about, it's really important because when you want to make an offer, you want to show that it's a formal offer.
Strong offer.
A strong offer, exactly. And a lot of people say, oh, you just need to get pre-qualified. And I think that's a mistake.
I could jump in. Yeah, don't get pre-qualified.
No.
Coming from the lender.
So not pre-qualified. Instead, what they would do is be pre-approved, which is a big difference, right?
There's a big difference. So this is the difference. You're getting all jargony on us. But a pre-qualification is when you call a lender such as I, and you say, hey, this is about how much I make. This is how much debt I have. Can I afford to buy the home? And then like I run numbers on my calculator and say, yeah, that should work. The problem is, and I've done this, I did a pre-qualification letter once, and they got an offer accepted, and they said, okay, you can pull my credit. And he had, I think this is the most ridiculous, he had like 15 lines on his credit liabilities that he said, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And I was like, you can't qualify for anything right now. So a pre-approval, full application, pull credit, get supporting documents like tax returns, bank statements, W-2s, pay stubs, and a pre-qualification is a pretty good look at if you can get a loan. So the first thing you do is don't get pre-qualified, get pre-approved.
Pre-approved, definitely. Pre-approved, you definitely will know exactly for how much is the amount that you can qualify for and or be approved for. And that way your offer will be backed up by a lender. It's not just something that you want, it's something that you can. So that's like the first.
The other thing is if you can get pre-approved with a local lender that's known and trusted, that carries a lot more weight than getting a pre-approval letter from just a .com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the second option is, well, it's not an option. It's something for you to make your offer a lot stronger than others, and it's write a clean offer. And I'm not saying, all nice and clean.
Keep the coffee
nothing.
off of it. No mustard or ketchup on it.
No mustard. No, what we're talking about is make it simple, a simple offer. You're offering this much. You're not asking for concessions. You're not asking for them to pay the nail or paint the nail under the door on the third floor, or you're not asking for many things. You're making it simple for the seller to know exactly how much he's gonna get after. Right. A lot of people want everything on the offer, and you guys are the boss. We'll do what you say, but they will see it in a different way, right?
Right. Good price, clean things, little addenda, if any.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, because having a lot of addendums also gets into trouble with the underwriters, right?
Right, because then lender's going to review it all.
Mm-hmm.
But so you might need an FHA-VA addendum.
Yeah, which is totally fine.
Or something disclosing some contingencies, but as few words as possible.
Yeah, definitely. And into this, one of the parts of the Rep C is when you increase your earnest money. And sometimes the earnest money, I think it has that word because it has to be earnest. It has to be something that you care. And because you care, you're giving enough money for it. Granted that you can lose that earnest money, but we're here to make it so you do not lose that. Yeah. So we know our times, we know our deadlines, we know what to work for it so you don't have to lose that. And when you put enough earnest money, they will know, the seller will know that you are serious, that you really want the house.
So this is the third rule, the earnest money, right?
Yes.
So, and this is a major swinging point because the terms and conditions of the contract in Utah can change as deemed appropriate by the lender and the buyer without changing anything on the contract. So the amount of funds at closing has a little bit of weight, but the earnest money is defined as specific. It needs to go to your agent's brokerage within 4 days, and they need to deposit it in 4 days. So it's there, it's real, it's how bad you want to buy the house. So if you want a stronger offer, more earnest money.
More earnest money. Or even if they ask you for more earnest money, don't say, no, I don't know. I'd rather, save it for this or that. No, if they're asking for it and you really want the house, just agree to it. I like this one. Okay, I really love the Fort one. I don't know if the lenders do, though.
I actually, as a lender, don't care. And okay, so I've been in sales for 20-something years. And it's really interesting. When you're studying sales, one of the major components they bring out is that human decision is based on emotion, not logic.
Yes.
So logic dictates paradigm. Paradigms dictate emotions. Decisions are made on emotions.
Yes. And that's why our 4-way to strengthen your offer would be to make a love letter. If you want a house and you have your family with you and you have also your older kids, and that's why you have a house with a basement. Right now, everybody wants a house with a basement they can rent, and you present a love letter, meaning you present a letter with all the facts, what you want, the reasons, not just like Jason was saying, not just the logic reasons of why, but your own reasons. You as a person, why you like it. I love it because it's near my kids' school, or because it's near their university and they're studying to be a pilot, and it's expensive and I want to help them save money, and this house would be perfect. And then you put a picture of your kid in the airplane, and it's all emotion.
So, yeah. And this is interesting because love letters are very controversial. So talk to your agent, check the comfort level. As a general policy, the National Association of Realtors frowns on love letters.
Yes.
But they are very impactful. The reason they're frowned upon is they can disclose protected classes. So race, color, religion, national origin, sex, marital status, age, sexual identification, or identity.
Yes.
So be careful what you put in. Craft it well. If you decide to do it, work with your realtor and make sure you know the disposition of the sellers if you're going to do it, because you may include something that they are in fact prejudiced against.
Yes, and it is important to know, and that's one of the reasons why I suggest you work with a realtor, as I am, because we talk with the other side. Basically, we ask we're not going to say, oh, do you want a love letter or not? But we're going to touch the waters, check the waters, see if it's okay, what they think, what they don't, what they like, what is the reason why they're leaving, like a lot of information of that just working on your own, they won't tell you because you are the other side of the transaction. But if you work with an agent, we pretty much help each other, we can say, and that way we can know if it's a good thing or if it's let's not do that because it's gonna just reject our offer.
Yeah.
So instead of making it strong.
The 5th one, put your best foot forward.
Yes. If you are going to have a certain amount that you are qualified and you really want this house, then just go for it. Don't make it so, well, let's do 10 less, let's do $500 less, let's just go for it. If you really like it, if you really want it, and if it's something that covers your necessities, then go ahead and do your best from the beginning.
Yeah.
It's
So,
easier.
Right now in Utah, it's more of a buyer's market than it is a seller's market, meaning that typically right now you could offer less than asking price, ask for some concessions. But a couple days ago, I actually had clients lose out on their offer, and they had an escalation clause for $20,000 more than their offer, that they would exceed the highest offer by $5,000, and they lost. So even though generally speaking, this isn't a competitive market,
Yeah.
it can be for the particular house. So another reason, talk to an agent, see what's going on in that area.
Well, and on the house, because a lot of times we see a lot of people that, want to sell their house, and maybe they're not in a hurry. And so because they're not in a hurry, they're kind of chasing the market, meaning they're going to put their house $10,000, $20,000 more expensive than what they really is. That way we can, stay calm for the rest of the spring and be strong in the summer. And if that is happening, maybe it's not the good time for you to list a house yet. Maybe you have to wait those couple of months in order to get the amount of money you want, because then your house is going to stay there forever. And on our next video, we're going to talk a little bit more about that.
That could be a whole video on itself of like how should you list a property and
yes,
tricks there.
Why is not selling, right?
Yeah.